Dave, are you ready to go?
Nah, I think I'm good. When I talk, do I go on the main screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool.
We'd love to see you while you present, but if you want to be the, voice of God in the background, go for it.
Yeah, I'm coming for you. Don't worry.
All right. I don't truly know, by the way. I'm pretty sure I know, but I don't truly know. To answer your first question.
It's a good question.
Yeah, or your second.
By the way, you have my full attention, and this is a topic I can talk about for hours, so go for it.
I am who I am.
What am I scared of?
I am scared of forgetting.
What matters most in life?
People.
What is life asking of me?
To live.
What do I want most out of life?
To live.
If I tried to fail and succeed, what have I done?
I've lived.
Why do I matter?
Because I exist.
If I could talk to my teenage self, what is one thing I'd say?
Everyone experiences life differently.
Who are you? Do you truly know? Who defines who you are? When's the last time you gave yourself an identity? The problem is life. We all get so busy, and instead of getting to know ourselves, we learn who we are from others. Doesn't it sound like more fun to learn who you are from you? What's up? Welcome to Self-Reflection. Self-reflection, also known as introspection. It's been around for more than 3,000 years. Know thyself was inscribed in the forefront of the Temple of Apollo. Self-reflection is related to the philosophy of consciousness. This is kind of crazy. Wikipedia, man, so many things telling you the positive benefits of self-reflection and introspection or intro, whatever. But some of the quick benefits are you get to learn what makes you happy, strengthens emotional connection and intelligence, creates a deeper love for yourself. ROI. So in case you guys didn't kind of catch that, building a VR immersive experience where you kind of get in with your own thoughts and who you are, answer a set of questions that fully, every time you get in there, we use voice tracking to get your response, physically type it in, voice dictation, and type it in. It's kind of weird. We can change it in the future. I'm more of a dreamer, and like the statistics from the last slide, my bad on that. But return on investment, go with it. Downloads, confidence from the users, self-awareness, emotional growth, reduction in voids in the service industry. This is huge for me. There's so many people out there right now that, oh shoot, I never transferred this over. My bad. I've been sitting there and you guys didn't even see me. What's up? So many people out there, they if you don't truly know who you are and you don't truly know what makes you happy, you're creating a void in so many different industries in this world. And especially when you go into the service industry, if you're not providing the service based on the industry and the consumers that are looking for you for that service, you're creating a void and a potentially bad experience for the industry and that consumer. So finding out what you truly love and who you are is beneficial for not only you, but the company you work for and the whole world. Creates a greater self-value. Pretty much I feel all of the stakeholders could find value in an app where you can immerse yourself with your own thoughts and a guided tour on your mental stability, kind of forcing you to dig deeper into who you are and relive that day by day. I'm Not a Void is a fully immersive experience with an AR caveat. Devices must have a voice dictation and or hand tracking. The goal with my app would be to, every time you enter this immersive experience, you have your past thoughts still sitting there waiting for you, so you could get in there and can re-see your thoughts and what you said about yourself. Also have a playback button, so it'd physically be able to read back thoughts. A lot of people have trouble also receiving compliments. It would teach your mind the ability to receive a compliment back and understand how to absorb that. And build or buy or partner. To be honest, I put both. There's so many extremely talented people out there. I don't know how to build. I'm gonna be honest with that. I'm a dreamer. That's all I do. This was hard for me because I've looked at a million different things. Every day I had a different thought on what I wanted to do, but with doing that, it taught me to think about myself and think of what I'm good at. And I woke up one day and I said, what are you good at? What do you even like about yourself? And it taught me, everybody has to do that. We have to be able to dig into who we are to understand what we want out of life. And build or buy. Again, I'd love to find like-minded people who could build it. I don't feel like it would be that hard. Maybe it is. I don't know. World's crazy. Cost approximation. I believe I'm Not a Void could be functioning under $20,000 with the use of student interns and hosting services. Again, I believe that there's a huge world of people ready to be immersed and ready to take from illustration to a virtual experience and get in there. There's so many amazing graphic designers out there that are just sitting to be involved in something fun. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. AR portion, again, the AR portion, access your void on the go. If you're ever feeling nervous before a meeting, have a few minutes to spare, you can turn your surroundings into your void, see what makes you great all around you. And then you also receive text messages daily reminding you your true greatness each and every day from you. So something you physically said about yourself, you'd receive via text message. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. I think that's it, guys.
It was very cool.
That's it.
Very cool, David. Patrick, can I just hop in real quick? Do you mind?
Absolutely.
Patrick is probably even as low tech in some ways. What you've done with blending in both things for a demo purpose. I've seen like thousands of demos of things because maybe it's one of my hobbies. I watch people pitch. I love the presentation, and I think that anything you do, your voice should be the tutorial. Your voice was very calming at the very beginning to get me into a state. So look, as a leader, I've always done things to try and. I go on journeys myself. I won't mention how I augment my reality to go on journeys, but what I will say is it's about stripping away ego and keep. I want to stay humble as a leader and strip away my ego. Who am I? And I do that. And one of the things I watched Northern Lights to meditate, but I've used the Quest 2 and the Quest and DK1 and all the way through for doing different things to put myself into an environment. I think WebXR will really propagate this. You give away for free. You have a business model on top of that. You have environments people can go to, and you have a dictation feature where people can, as they have their thoughts, they don't have to be taken out of that environment, where they can have their inner self come out and those voice recordings, and maybe those voice recordings can pop up at certain times to remind you of yourself from what you said before, like you were talking about. But also I get ideas in those spaces. I don't want to be taken out of that immersion. Sometimes I just like to free flow my ideas narrative and get it out there. And I think what you have is fantastic. And I don't think your price point's out of whack. I built a VR game for like $16,000. It was really robust on a whim. I think you could easily do this. And I would go WebXR with it, make it available to all devices.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kirk, thoughts? I'm definitely going to jump in, but
yeah, I like this. It's like a self-affirmation, and also if you're, I always joke around, and I think we all do. We always say like note to future self, like you record something when you're at a low point or whatever, and you pigged out on the couch and you feel horrible, and you need to tell yourself, future self, like don't do that again. You're better than that. And this is cool because you could actually have these cool little personal notes that could come up a week later, 5 years later, 10 years later, like, on your birthday, reflecting on your life and what you want to do, and then kind of revisiting those different things and not being depressed about anything. It's just how you can kind of course correct and make yourself feel better. And I agree with the whole, like, giving yourself compliments. A lot of people can't take compliments, they get like very embarrassed and shy about it. And, people should be proud of what they do. Not in a boasting way, it's never that, not the egotistical way, but you should be proud of your accomplishments. And I don't know, I think this is really cool.
Yeah, agreed.
I might want a little bit above and beyond what your idea was, but I'm saying, for me, I would see a lot of value to it for just putting me in that state as well. Like it's, I almost went to a state watching your presentation.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
I think a lot of us did. I'm just, I joined in the chat. Like I was in from the start, man. Like it was really, really well done. The thing that I would, that I recognize here is it's kind of how we orchestrated the feedback forms here. So it'll be interesting to see what other people say and share with you as well, Dave. I love the way you kind of mapped out the use case definition and ROI. I think there's a little bit more thought that you could give to who's getting what out of this as, people think about it, but just the core concept of what you're talking about is awesome. Really, really cool. Really interesting idea that I think would give benefits to a lot of different people in a lot of different ways is really ultimately, you hear what Will's saying versus what Kirk's saying, and the next 5 people will probably say a few different versions of that as well, that everybody gets a little something out of it. Now, the kicker is you mentioned explicitly that you aren't the developer, right? You're not the guy who's going to go build this. You're the dreamer. So you in much the same way with Amit and Mukta's presentation, need to find that person that you can go work with, right? That you can go, you have the concept, but the software decisions and the build buy hardware decisions were very light, right? In terms of your presentation and your thought process behind it. And you admitted to that.
Yeah.
And you admitted that that's not your strong suit, and that's okay. But that's going to put a lot of reliance on who that technical partner is in this venture for you. And so, finding someone that you trust, trust would be the word of choice for me, right? In terms of moving this forward, because it's a cool idea. And, I think you could do some really great things with it. So finding someone that you could trust that can be your technical partner on this would be.
I trust you, Patrick.
Yeah, maybe. You can definitely pitch though, man. That was fun from start to finish. I loved it.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
And Patrick, I totally agree. Find somebody that you trust. That's key.
Yep. If you're going to admit that you don't know what to do technically, then you need someone you trust, no doubt, because you're not going to know what's happening potentially. And that's scary. So, all right. You'll be giving yourself affirmations when you find the right person.
Actually, I'd like to just mention something quickly. Dave, I think a lot of us love this topic, and the way you did it was so cool. So thanks for being such an inspiration. It was really cool the way you did it. And I felt like I was watching a movie. I wasn't really sure what the journey you were taking me on, but we were all willing to go with you. And I think that's the power of what you just designed. It's a beautiful experience. And I can see how it could be so rich in so many ways. And I think the notion of remembering yourself and your journey was really powerful. And I want the T-shirt. I am not a void, but just by the way, ready to buy the T-shirt first, even before you build it. So get some merch going too. So great job, thank you.
So thank you so much for the kind words, Judith.
Judith, the answer to your question of how do you capture the magic was Dave's presentation, right? Like that I think that kind of interweaving of the tech that you're pitching with how you're pitching it is if you can't get people in a headset, make them feel like they actually might be, even though they're not, or whatever it is, you did it, Dave. So that's just the teaser. We can talk more about that later.